Hi, all. I thought I'd jump on here quick to give you a little bonus on living a life you don't want to escape. This is one of my favorite topics, only because I've had to curate a life that feels good. Even as a psychologist, there have been times that I felt horrible, like really horrible, which pushed me to really examine and curate the life I wanted to live. So I plan to do a whole series on this, but today, just a little talk about play and hitting the right balance of play and responsibility in our lives. One thing I've noticed in over 20 years of working with clients is that most often clients that don't know how to play as adults have some inner child work to do, meaning something has happened as a child, usually some sort of trauma that has stunted emotional growth or caused us to close down. And closing down is big, um, because think about children that play. Children are open, and that is why we protect them so much because they're open and innocent, right? Imagine kids running through the park, just enjoying their life or the playground. There is an openness to them and joy that we tend to lose as we age and get hurt, frankly, in life. We become less open, more protective, more guarded of ourselves. So, one key to living a life you enjoy is finding the right balance between play and openness and responsibility and protection. If you live your life only being responsible and guarded and closed, you're going to live a life somewhat that's empty, that feels empty, and possibly set yourself up for depression. Um, it might sound trivial, but one of the key elements to living a life you enjoy is play. So here's a tip. Remember what you did when you were little, when you were open, before life hurt you. Um, what did you like to do? So for me, when I do this exercise, I think of one friend in particular who was just the epitome of play for me. I always like to play, but she just took my play to another level. She was such a free spirit. We both were, or we both are, but her spirit just exceeded mine. And just her presence got me through many hard times as a child. We used to dance together, like formal dance classes, and we would ride our bikes all day long. So we would wake up early in the morning. This was before juice boxes and Capri Suns. We would wake up early in the morning and fill a Ziploc plastic bag with Tang orange juice. Y'all remember Tang? This, like I said, was before juice boxes, but we didn't want anything to interrupt our play. So we knew if we got thirsty during the day, we were not going to come home. And, like we were in it to play all day long. We did not come home until the lights came on at dusk. And we would just ride our bikes down hills with no hands, through the parks, through the alleys of my hometown. Um, and we used to take dance classes together. And I remember some of the best summers I had was at Howard University used to have a children's theatrical camp that we would go to every single summer. And we would dance and act and just be so theatrical, which was perfect for us because we were theatrical girls. But I just remember sitting as a child on the campus, sitting on the ground on Howard University's campus and eating lunch with her and just laughing our heads off and just enjoying our day because we were open, like flowing through our day to the point where anything was funny, anything was joy, anything was light. Um, and when I talk about it, when I talk about her, I still feel her presence and how it made me feel to just play with her. Um, I remember one time we rode our bikes to 7-Eleven, which was part of our thing. We would go to 7-Eleven and we would get Slurpees, and sunflower seeds were our thing, and lemon heads and Alexander the Greats. I don't know if you guys remember those, but we would this particular day we rode to 7-Eleven and it started to rain while we were shopping. And we both looked at each other. Again, we were both dancers, and we just danced and sang in the 7-Eleven parking lot for at least an hour. And this was before iPhones, of course. So it wasn't like we had a playlist. We were just singing at the top of our lungs with so much joy and dancing and getting wet and just living, just enjoying life. But definitely, like, a situation that we could have moped about or, just stood inside of 7-Eleven until the rain passed, like, we just embraced it and made it joy. um so you see how when I'm talking about her and that joy and the play, how it just lifts my spirit and my mood and my energy. So then, the next thing to do, the step two, is ask yourself how you can create that in your adult life. How can you get that joy? How can you get that play? So for me, one of the things is dancing. Um, it was in my childhood and it still is. So I intentionally, whether it's a dance class I'm taking or all night dance party, I intentionally put dance into my life. I have to have a full blown out dance and singing at the top of my lungs party at least once a month to intentionally tap into my joy and my play. Um, my kids are the same. I've filled my home. It's so important to me to play in this way that I've filled my home with dancing and singing and joy. It's part of my everyday life. Sometimes I'll have a dance party all by myself. But you see how you can bring play into just little parts of your adult life and how it's not trivial. It's really important. Um, so, like, sing at the top of your lungs with the windows down to your favorite song. I'm always making playlists, like dance in the rain, laugh till your tummy hurts. All the things that, all the things that you did as a child, you think about how you can embrace them and bring them into your adult life. So, anyway, this is just a quick video on living a life you don't want to escape. More to come. But start to think, what do you need? How can you fill your life with more play? Um, who was that friend for you? And what did you do with them? What did you do together? Then, how can you incorporate that into your adult life? Okay, so please like and subscribe to this channel and meet me back here soon for more juicy tips on living a life you love. Bye for now. How to get out of here? Oh, my mouse.